Hello everyone, the name is Victor and this is Forest for Thought. And in today's video we talk about the importance of living for yourself as a gifted person. And what I'm going to be challenging in this video is your tendency to want to please the outer world, to impress your boss, to make your teachers happy, to make your parents proud of you. A lot of the time you'd assume, well, if you're a gifted person, these things should be easy, right? You should be able to impress everyone. You should be able to, live up to everyone's expectations. You should be able to make your teachers super happy with you. You should be able to make your parents proud of you. And all those things should be so easy, right? But turns out, when you live for the approval of other people, things are never really easy. When you live for other people's approval, you constantly find yourself forced to try to read and predict what it is that other people want from you. And so when you're gifted, your mind is more on than average, which means you're more empathetic and more sensitive to other people's expectations. You're more aware of when you upset other people, or when other people are not happy with you, or when other people don't like you. And you're more eager, and you're more disciplined, and more focused, and more ambitious, and more driven, in the sense that you tend to be, and you tend to push yourself to work harder, to do more, and to set higher goals, right? And so there can be this tendency for gifted people to overwork themselves, to pressure themselves, to make themselves suffer for the sake of other people, right? So you could think to yourself, because I'm intelligent, or because I'm gifted, I should be better for other people. I should be able to help other people. I should be able to make my parents happy whenever they feel sad. I should be able to comfort them. Whenever my teachers have a problem or a question, I should be able to answer it. Whenever my boss needs anything done, I should be able to get it done for them. But these are problems that have to do with what Adler called separation of tasks. What you have to recognize as a gifted person is your primary task, your primary quest must focus on yourself. And so your primary goal is not to use your gifts to help other people, to solve their problems, or to deal with their job, or to deal with their stress or relationship troubles. As a gifted person, your primary goal, the most important thing you can do, is focus on your own quest in life. And so that is what it is you want to do. So how do you even figure out what your quest is and what it is that you want and what it is that you care about? Well, a lot of gifted people don't even think they have a quest. They think, they're so focused on other people that they're not even aware of what it is that they want for themselves. But it's possible to become more aware of your quest by taking time for yourself and taking time to engage in timeouts. The more you're able to stay idle and to let go of and say no to expectations and desires to help other people, the more comfortable you're going to be doing things for yourself. As soon as your mind gets bored, dulled from not being able to help somebody, or to do something for somebody, or to fix something somebody needs, your mind is going to start thinking of things that it wants to do. And so the first step to tuning into and living for yourself is tuning out and saying no to helping other people. And that also means, learning to turn off notifications on your phone, learning to, at work, say, that's not my problem, that's the other person's problem, or that's management's issue, and that's something they need to take care of. And so you might ask yourself, why am I doing this? And a lot of the time people think, but it is my calling to help other people. It is my purpose to impress my boss. It is my goal to be ambitious and to do well at work. But here's the problem. This kind of mindset can often end up having the opposite effect. What I often see is gifted people often get used by other people. Not even because other people are malicious, but because gifted people tend to make other people feel invalidated and incapacitated. Often, gifted people make their managers and superiors and coworkers feel they're less capable. Gifted people make other people feel, oh, I don't know how to do it, but they can do it. And gifted people make their boss feel, oh, yeah, I'm so glad I have that person that can fix this for me, because otherwise my company would go to hell. And so what ends up happening is gifted people build a culture of self-dependence rather than self-reliance, right? And you need to build a culture of self-reliance. Your goal as a gifted person is to inspire other people to solve their own problems and to help them figure out their problems for yourself, right? And your first problem is, how do you do that? Well, you do that by leading by example, right? And so by being and showing self-reliance, and by doing and being able to solve your own problems effectively, you inspire other people to solve their problems effectively. And that's the goal you have to think about for yourself. One of the fascinating things about life is there are so many life tasks, so many things we can do all the time. We could make our beds, we could clean our rooms, we could write, we could read, we could talk to people we see that seem interesting on the street, we could engage in fascinating discussions, we could watch documentaries online. There are life tasks all around us, and one thing that happens when you start tuning into yourself and your own inner voice is your mind fills up with all these manners of life tasks, right? Which means you start thinking about and making to-do lists in your head. You start daydreaming about things you want to do. You start coming up with plans. You start making and setting goals for yourself. You start, thinking of, oh yeah, I could go there, I could watch that, or I could look at this, and I could think about that. And I think you're going to surprise yourself by realizing that there is a lot more that you'd like to do than what you think. And a lot of the time we tend to believe that certain tasks are more important than others. So a lot of the time other people's tasks seem more important than our own, right? So our boss struggles at work seem more important than our own. Our friends' relationship problems seem more difficult and more heavy than our own issues, right? These kinds of comparisons often arise because we have learned to judge ourselves as less important. We have learned to think we don't have value, that we're not important, that we don't matter, that the things that we do are somehow less important than the things that other people do. But you'll probably find that if you start connecting with yourself, a lot of those judgments are incorrect. Many of the tasks and the goals that you have for yourself could be really good goals, and they could be things that make the world a truly better place. And by doing and engaging in these tasks, you develop yourself, you develop your skills, you improve yourself, you better your health, you improve your happiness, you improve your energy, and you improve your level of joy and enthusiasm. And right, all of these things, they inspire, they encourage, and they help people around you, right? And so what I wonder is, why don't you do things for yourself? And how often on a day do you do things that you find interesting, that you find enjoyable, that you are passionate about? And what happens if you allow yourself to be ruled by your own passion and joy? And what energy do you free and find in yourself when you're able to do and prioritize your own causes, your own battles, your own challenges, and your own struggles? That's my question for today. Thank you so much for watching, and see you all in the next video.